Hello everyone, Pallytub here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. We have landed upon Diablo today in our A through Z playthrough. I was trying to think of how Diablo had changed from last year. And I don't think he has. Some generic talents in his kit have... Well, he never really used generic talents other than battle momentum. Yeah, we're just gonna play Diablo today, I think. Alright. Hello once again, Pallytub for the future here. Just a quick reminder, the in-game audio for this video, the one before it, and the next one has been completely butchered by OBS. It sounds like this. I'm sure you don't want to listen to that, so I went ahead and I put in some background music. Hope you guys understand. It'll be fixed after ETC. Sorry for the inconvenience. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the battlefield of eternity yet again. Not the best team comp, especially on this map. Murky Big Diablo, Rexar, and Zul versus Gul'dan, Nova, the Butcher, Tahaka, and Anubarak. We are going to go for, I think, increased health regen at level 1. Block might be good versus this team too, but it's really only for the Butcher. So we're going to go for increased health regen. Now, I was trying to think of how Diablo had changed in the past year, and I did a quick Google search, and I found that... we need to be careful, boys. I found that about a year and a half ago, Diablo and ETC both had a rework, and I seem to remember thinking that ETC came out on top there, and everyone kind of stopped playing Diablo. And I asked on Twitter just while we were loading in, and I asked if he had changed, and the only response I got was that his stun when we push people into structures was nerfed. And that seems to be about it. He seems like he's kind of cemented at where he was a year ago, other than a slight, and I mean slight. It was like half the duration on the stun. But like, who really used it anyways, is my question. Well, we might have a decent kill on Tahaka here. Uh-oh, that's a decoy, right? No, that's the real Nova! That's the real Nova! Get in there, boys! Get in there! I think Zul has it. Oh, Zul has it. Nicely done. We should be able to get Tahaka here. Cool, we turned that around quite nicely. Nice. Nice. All right, we'll go ahead and make our way to the middle. Now, we are going to have to contend with the straightforward damage of the Butcher versus these Immortals. He has some of the highest sustained single target damage in the game, especially when the target isn't moving away from him. So we are going to have our work cut out for us if we want to actually win these objectives. But, you know, we'll give it a go. So, Diablo's Q ability is the Shadow Charge. This is a targetable ability within this radius, and it allows him to dash directly to the target and push them back based on the direction of the impact. So, like that. His E ability is the Suplex. It's the overpower, and it picks someone up and puts them behind you, which again is great for body blocking, great for repositioning. And you'll notice this common theme of Diablo just kind of configures the battlefield around him. He's very good at that. Very good at that. And his W ability going to be the main focus of our build. The main focus for most builds with Diablo these days is going to be the Fire Stomp. This gives him a burning rage effect that's tied to his W ability. It's basically, he's always going to be pulsing for AoE damage. It's very consistent, especially versus other melee heroes. You'll notice Diablo is able to walk in and actually do a significant amount of damage versus, you know, close quarters teams like the ones we are going against. Murky is in pretty deep over there. I think we can win this race if we get all this right now. We're extremely spread out right now, though. So it's not looking too likely. Nova down at the bottom left-hand side of the screen, probably looking for a flank. Li Ming soaking XP in the lane for some reason. No reason to be doing that at all, actually. We definitely need her in here. But it looks like we'll just barely get the objective. It's going to be pushing the top lane, so I'll go ahead and make my way up there. And one of the best things about Diablo is just the fact that he has his trait. If he didn't have his trait, Diablo would be a lot worse off. His trait allows him to resurrect once he's collected 100 souls, and that's just enemies dying nearby, minions or heroes, which allows him to be extremely aggressive in team fights, die, and then re-engage. Apparently, I'm the only one on our team that wanted to push the top lane. I guess that's fine. We just have to play significantly more conservatively. I was pushing in as if our whole team would be engaging here, but that is not the case, and I guess that's fine as long as they get some siege work done. Doesn't look like we got anything out of that objective, however. So we're just going to hang out up here. We're currently at 50 souls in the Black Soul Gem. I think you could just barely see that over my shoulder. Spin a friendship. You get one! We are going to go for Diabolical Momentum. Basic attacks reduce ability cooldowns by 0.75. Basic ability cooldowns. Basic ability cooldowns. So we're not going to be lowering our heroics anymore, which is a sad, sad day, boys. Oh, that always feels so bad. Now, I am going to go for Apocalypse, which is a global ultimate. We're going to be able to hopefully stun the enemy team in a wide variety of scenarios. I want to focus the Gul'dan here, even though the Anubarak very low on health. Anubarak is also pretty durable and able to get away from a lot of the... Dude, that Nova was asking for it. I should have gone in. Now, Diablo is extremely good at initiating. He's always been very good at that. He's very good at isolating targets, pushing them away from their team, and then killing them. He's just always been great at that. So a team that responds well to a Diablo is going to be looking pretty good. They're going to be able to get a lot of kills very easily. So, for instance, if I go in on this Gul'dan here, never mind, I was dismounted, and now I look like an idiot. We can try to focus this guy a little bit, though. Going to knock him back just to get away from the Gul'dan. And then I'll go get full health, and then we could re-engage. Now, I'm not going to pretend like I'm a great Diablo player. I never really got into him. I like warriors that can be very, very aggressive, but also have ways of getting out of fights. And that's something Diablo struggled at a little bit. He's definitely not prominent in today's meta in any capacity. We're looking at Murdens, ETCs, Johannas. Not really Diablos at all. But, that's okay. You can still play him. Especially versus very melee-heavy teams. So teams that are going to be walking in and trying to overpower you with their front line. He's pretty good at stopping that, which is actually what we have here. So we should do okay. Pretty even on XP with the enemy team. Both teams sitting at level 9 right now. I'm a little overextended. I could be isolated by the enemy team if they really wanted to. I wanted to try to stun the butcher there, but we're being lick-a-tongued away. Anubarak is going to fall down for the enemy team, and we are going to try to kill this Tahaka. I know he was standing in a stun. I'm aware of that. I was just trying to make sure he was in the middle of our team so we could kill him. Unfortunately, our damage numbers were a little low, because we didn't have the numbers advantage. But we can simply rejoin our team now, and we should be just fine. The unending tide of Murky is so strong. So again, if we wanted to go for damage, we could go for Lightning Breath here and just try to deal as much damage to the enemy team as we possibly could. We're going to go for a bit more control because I want to try to keep my team alive. Also, it'll combo well with the Octograb. It'll combo well with the Bone Prison. It'll combo well with Li Ming. Having everyone on the enemy team stunned is a really easy way for her to get a ton of resets. So I feel pretty happy about the Apocalypse Ultimate. Essentially, all it is a big stun underneath the feet of enemy players. That fucking kill was gorgeous. Fucking triple tap, it's the best ult again. Triple tap. No more context, I'm just gonna say triple tap. Alright, the team's very split here. Push with this. There's no reason to be split. Again, We have been hit with the isolation from Deheka. Looks like he's going in our Azul now. We'll go ahead and pop the Apocalypse as soon as we can. I'm in the cocoon, however, so that's going to be a little while before I can get that off. The team was completely ripped apart in the top lane, and we're just going to try to disengage now, boys. It's not going very well, though. Not going very well at all. We might actually get Gul'dan. I tried to pop the Apocalypse before I died, but wasn't able to. And again, that's the main reason I never got into Diablo. I mean, I can res and go right back to that fight, and he has great disruption in the middle of fights. Like, he's great at that. It's just the fact that once I'm in a fight, it's very, very hard to disengage. That's just part of his playstyle that some people really like, you know, going all in like that. And I never got into it at all. I feel like he really requires your team to work with you. More so than like a Muradin. You know, a Muradin can go in, poke. Oh, hey, the team's not going in with me quite well enough. Well, we'll just hop out with Dwarf Toss, you know. Can't really do that. We are going to go... I'm just going to max out my Firestorm stuff. We're just going to deal some more AoE damage. We're going to go for Firestorm. Or excuse me, max out my Fire Stomp stuff. We're just going to try to maximize the amount of damage that we're pushing out of our character because we want to be real beefy and in the middle of all these fights all the time. And it just allows us to do that. So now our waves of fire are going to return. They do damage on the way back. That just reminded me, there used to be a shotgun build for Diablo way back in the alpha, way back in the day, and that was so much fun. So in the alpha, each one of these waves counted as its own projectile. Now they can only be hit by one of the waves, and there's a reason for that. So the reason is that people used to do shotgun Diablo. So you would cast your W ability, then charge in with your Q, and then as the waves were returning, you suplex them behind you, and they would be hit by every single one of the fire waves, and it was like 2,000 burst damage. It was a shit ton of burst damage. It was hard to pull off. You had to get all the timings perfect, and the enemy team member, or the enemy team, if they reacted to it with like a blink or you know, whatever, it was easy for them to interrupt it. But man, that was a time to play Diablo. You could do more burst damage than just about any other character in the game. Gonna go ahead and Apocalypse here because I thought we had a really good clump. We're gonna go ahead and completely eliminate the enemy Anubarak from the face of the earth. Just breaking line of sight there, trying to stay alive. We have a decent amount of health right now. I don't see any reason to continue pursuing this though, unless the team is gonna go in, and then I guess we're gonna follow him. Seems to me like we have some really easy opportunities to deal. Never mind. Too far, boys. I can't hit the immortal now. The enemy team's coming back. And again, we already talked about it. I don't have any way of disengaging. So I said I was going to follow them in deep, and I kind of halfway committed to that. And really, we shouldn't have chased those kills that far. But by not fully committing, I wasn't able to protect the team at all. And everyone died because of that. Granted, it was the wrong play in the first place to push in that far. But because I didn't go in with them, I kind of set them up for failure too. So that's a great example of doing the wrong thing just because that's what your team is doing and you need to make up for it. I don't think I could be too much help here, but we'll just try to be a wall in front of this guy as we're casually walking away. Murky's gonna die. Oh no! Yeah, I'm walking here, buddy. I'm walking here. We'll just go ahead and we will try to get our health back, and then we can go back in. Important that we don't trickle in here, though. Seems to be what the team is doing at the moment. Still a very even game, level 14 to 14. We are definitely going to lose this race. Regroup and defend. We just need everybody together. We definitely have a better team for killing the enemy team. I sincerely believe that, especially because triple tap was taken by the enemy team's Nova. So we could definitely disrupt her with the Apocalypse while she's just sitting there channeling. We have a lot of advantages here. We just need to make sure we're using them. And isolating Dahaka here at the start is a pretty good advantage. That Apocalypse is going to stun both of the warriors of the enemy team. Can we push that? Gotta push that on to Li Ming there just a little bit. My bad, baby girl. Didn't quite mean to do that. But a good Apocalypse is going to set up for a triple kill on the enemy team. And that's what I'm talking about. We have that kind of potential to just completely control the flow of battle. The enemy team has that a bit too, but it takes a bit more of a setup. We're going to go for Rampage. Fire Stomp increases Diablo's movement speed by 20% and basic attack damage for 50% for 2 seconds. So whenever we use our W, we're going to move a little bit faster and we're going to hit a little bit harder with our auto attacks. Oh, I've been trying to work on my posture because I noticed that when I record these videos in particular, I lean forward, right? So my chest, like my sternum, kind of sinks down and my shoulders roll forward, and it gives me these like tension headaches just from sitting at the computer. So I'm trying real hard just to keep my chest up, and it's so uncomfortable. Every part of me wants to hunch over, and it's just because I have years of, you know, just kind of sitting over here at the computer like a slob, you know what I mean? It's uncomfortable, but it should be how I'm sitting. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent. The enemy team defending bottom pretty well. I am totally in favor of going straight for this mercenary camp. We just need to keep everybody with us. That's been our main problem throughout the course of this game. We fail and we are all not together, so we should just stay together. So basically we get bonus crits every time we auto attack, and we're meant to be auto attacking a lot anyway because of the built-in battle momentum that we have. Oh, looks like we're going for the steal. We do have the Apocalypse up, which could prevent the enemy team. Oh, this is good. This is good, boys. That body block, it's solid. It's a solid body block, team. We don't have any damage follow-up. Let's go ahead and Apocalypse, because it's the only chance I have. Yeah, it's a little sad. 0 follow-up there. Feels bad, man. I don't know. What were they doing? Now they're all just dying. We are 7 souls away from getting our instant resurrection. That's another part of Diablo that I don't really quite like. So as we continue to collect these black soul gems, you can see we get a bonus here. Our maximum health is increased and our health regen is increased because of our level 1 talent, which is really good. So as you focus on clearing out those minions, you get progressively stronger and stronger and stronger. And what sucks about that, the downside to that, is when you die, even if it's like a good death, right? Even if we died for our team moves in, they wipe the enemy team, you know, it was the right move to die there, you know? We get punished for it. Only if we're at 100 stacks. My idea to circumvent this, and I think it's a solid one, team, I think it's a solid idea, it's just allowing Diablo to say, you know what, I don't want to activate this instant resurrection right now. You know, thank you for the offer, it was real kind, I appreciate it, but I don't feel like rezzing right now. Dude, this is a wombo combo waiting to happen, look at that. Which would allow Diablo, you know, he could toggle when he actually wants to res, and when he wants to hang on to those stats that he's kind of been building up over the course of the game. I think that would make him feel a lot better. That wouldn't really solve a lot of the reasons why people aren't playing him right now, but, you know, it would help. Quality of life change. We should definitely have everybody up top now. Again, no reason to be chasing a Nova down. Let's get up here. Let's defend our building. Should be fairly easy to do. This thing is going to have a bit of a beefy shield, but we'll just move in early on. Start hitting it. Start hitting it hard, boys. Start hitting it hard. Was a little worried about the Dahaka tongue there. The Murky Egg has been moved back just a little bit. Let's go ahead and Apocalypse. Try to stop that fear from getting any more value, but it looks like it was able to kill our Rexar. And looks like he was a bot. Oh no, poor Rexar. All of a sudden, this game it's not going so well, boys. We can stop this for the enemy team. We still won't get an instant resurrection. We're caught in a cocoon. So I think what I said earlier about the enemy team having to set up more for their disruption, I think I want to take it back. Because clearly, they are able to isolate and pick us apart a little bit more than I was giving them credit for earlier. The 2-level lead is going to give them their heroics, and they are going to be pushing in here quite hard. The Murky Egg, once again, was moved just in time. Li Ming up way too far. Needs to definitely avoid that Tahakatung that she was just caught in, and that's going to be another kill for the enemy team. It's tiny little things like that we just need to stop doing. We've been doing it throughout the course of the game, but it's starting to add up, boys. It's starting to add up. We should be able to defend this just fine. I don't think they'll be pushing in. They don't have a ton of like damage mitigation for the core itself. So we might be able to come back soap to 20. We could do this. We could still do this. Make sure they know. I want them to know I'm rallied behind them. Now the enemy team likely going to get several mercenary camps here. Totally fine. As long as we don't die, we're going to be in a fine position. We won't need to worry about that. Let's go in here. We now have our instant resurrection, so that's good to go. Again, it sucks that we're going to lose those stacks when we die, though. I always find that so discouraging. We are pushed up pretty far. He should not be fighting. Do not fight that. Do not fight that. Bad idea. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Our Zul's going to die yet again. Oh, 10th death on Zul. That's hard to deal with. Don't necessarily think it's his fault. I mean, he did wander into that neck of the woods, and the Butcher is really good at catching people that overextend. I mean, it's kind of built into his kit. But, you know, we'll give him some credit. Everyone is showing on the map right now for the enemy team, so I'm just going to try to pressure this. Try to get us to level 20 really, really quickly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, team. Are they falling apart? If they don't respond to this, it could push into the keep and actually kill the whole damn thing. Looks like they're engaging on the Butcher really, really hard here. I'm going to try to come in behind him, push him back into Misha there. I'll let the team know that I'm still on my way and that I'm definitely engaging on this. That doesn't seem to matter to anyone. There's the apocalypse, boys! We did it! We did it, and it feels good! All right, this is it. This is where we come back. We're going to go for Lord of Terror here. It's going to allow us to leech life from the enemy team. Can we stay What are we doing? Oh, she's going after Nova. Okay. Did you do it? Let's leech some life here. I'm trying, team. I'm trying real hard. I think we got it. I think we're fine. Li Ming dying again. Unubarak engaging. Let's go ahead and sippy cup. Rexar's doing the objective. We're just all over the damn place. Just all over the damn place, team. Way too split, boys. All right, let's try to help Rexar. We're gonna die if the enemy team engages, though, like 100%. We push the phase. We have a good lead. Li Ming and Zul are dead. They're our main damage output here. He should be all right. We'll go peel for him. Get up. Get up, though. You gotta get up, though. Rexar, no! I'm in a cocoon again! Rexar, run! Okay. All right, we'll go back this way. We do have the leech. I think we'll be okay. We're gonna instant res. We can go right back in. Murky's delaying. Our core's under attack just a little bit. Just a little bit, though. And it just feels so crummy to be significantly weaker than I was 5 seconds ago. All right, team. Focus. Focus, guys. We can do it. We need everybody here. We need everybody on damage. The isolation was used on me. That's probably the worst target. The Butcher, now completely body blocked. Let's go, everybody. Let's do it. Unfortunately, not any damage focus was done to the Butcher. We were going to be taken down there. Li Ming currently running away from everyone that can actually block the triple tap. She is going to make it. However, Zul going to lock down the Gul'dan, and now we can move in on the objective. Not the prettiest team fight in the whole world, boys, but looks like we're going to get the objective. We have 4 members of the enemy team currently dead, but this is pushing in towards our base, and Murky or Zul needs to clean it up. Only one person, only one. Everyone else push. Okay. Okay. Very important that we get this building. 15-second window before Dahaka starts to respawn, then the Butcher after. So the only living member for the enemy team right now is a Nubarak, and obviously he doesn't have a ton of kill potential. We are going to be rezzing in just 5 seconds or so, and we'll be working our way in there. Don't split. All together. Zul should not be pushing the top lane. Zul should not be pushing the top lane at all. I have the Apocalypse ready. I can use it. If this is looking like an actual team fight, and boys, it's starting to, so let's go ahead and use that Apocalypse now. We're going to get a stun on a Nubarak. He's going to start to be isolated and taken down. The friendly team doing a great job. The Butcher now engaging on Li Ming. That's looking like a really big explosion, but the Bone Prism is actually going to lock him down, and now it's looking pretty good, boys. Misha is dead. That's okay. I mean, I'm always sad to see Misha go, but this objective is looking real nice. And wow, we were actually able to turn that around. Good job, team. I believed in him the whole time. I swear I did. I swear I did. A bit of a tense match, to say the very least, with a character I'm not very comfortable with. But we won. A lot of Diablo builds these days are focused on getting that area of effect damage out. You don't see very many going for like super beefy warrior. Because, you know, if you do that, you're kind of a one-trick pony. Here we have a ton of crowd control. We get kind of healthy. We could get a little healthier. And we're able to do a significant amount of damage around us. Could I have played better? Absolutely, without a doubt. But still, pretty tense game. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. We went for Soul Feast level 1, Fire Devil level 4, Diabolical Momentum at level 7, Apocalypse into Firestorm, into Rampage, into the Lord of Terror. I could have used Apocalypse a lot more, could have used the Lord of Terror a lot more as well, just to help sustain. But all in all, I would say that was a pretty successful match. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We'll be back tomorrow with some more of the A through Z playthrough, landing on ETC, one of my favorite warriors right now, even if his ultimate is one of the most easily countered things in the entire game. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.